Passion, you know,
Yes,
salute to the sister, comrade, you know, forever sleep, forever family. But yeah, boy, you definitely come in when fires was cooking, boy. Matchfit got the thing blazing, bruv. The thing was, yeah, you know, so
always. And you kings do really love each other. This is just the way they communicate. And you know what? It's really good because it causes these types of discussions, which is good because then you're educating. And, you know, so to come through your platform as well and do it this way, and a Matchfit's platform to do it this way, you know, we can repost and share, and I look forward to having my talks with you all. This is what 30 years vegan looks like, Ital. Okay, so I can add something to the conversation at some point. I know Eazi's been wanting me to come on. But obviously I get educated by you kings all the time as well, so I'm still
likewise,
you're all learning. Yeah, I'm still a student, yeah. But I look forward to doing more reading. I'm going to lock off. Well, I'm going to stay on, but I'm driving at the moment. I've just left the Brixton Street Gym, Kings. Okay, so we'll reason.
Okay.
About that as well.
Yeah, we definitely do. All right, blessings. Yeah, now salute to Sister Passion. Yeah, definitely, 100. But yeah, go on, Matchfit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying though, yeah? We should do a podcast. Hassan's got the link as well. Like, I'm saying, we should do a podcast, yeah?
Definitely.
Like, I've got certain subjects already I've been wanting to have a good discussion about. And this should just be more formalized. We do the podcast and we could just do the whole series, edit it up really pretty and stuff, long before we don't like do one episode at a time. Do the whole series, like, have all the discussions. If we want to invite someone on certain topics, whatever the case may be. But yeah, but I've got certain things I want to discuss.
We need to link up.
One of them, you could do this one again. But there's other ones, the African spirituality, certain aspects of African spirituality, the consciousness debate again, because like that's one of them ones where in my mind you think you proved or you won something, and as far as I'm concerned, nothing happened there. So these debates would be good presented on a proper platform in a proper formal way. I mean, the live thing works, but why shouldn't we just turn it into a podcast?
No, absolutely.
Sister Passion's got the link for studios, so we just rent out some time and we mash through it.
Pending, bro.
10 episodes.
Pending, bro. It's what it's about. It's pending. We're there. We're here. I'm here. I'm with it, man. Easy's with it, bro. The beast is with it.
Just do it. I'm done, man. Quick
100.
The beast is with it.
I'll get planning then. I'll get planning.
The giant is with it.
We just need to do the dates then, and we can get the first one done.
100.
Yeah, because she's got the studios, bro. She's got she can get us the studio. We run out of time. We just run it.
Do you know what? Easy. Set up a WhatsApp group, yeah.
Oh, well, fucking hell, I don't know how to do all of that, boy. But make sure. wait, boy. Hey, wait. 1 second.
Project manager, Sister Passion. She'll pattern us.
Yeah, 1 second though. 1 second. Make sure you like and subscribe Eazi Herb's YouTube channel. Follow the conversation because this is where it's gonna go. It's gonna end up. All the information is gonna be here. Make sure like that button, subscribe, follow, and channel. Yeah, go on. Can we say it? I don't know how to do all these technical things, boy. That's why bruv, look, how can I have 4 people on the panels now when it was telling me that I only allowed 3? Crazy, bruv.
I know.
Crazy, man. But yeah, boy, nah, it's always good. I'm with it, man. You know, easy, you know what I mean? Whatever type of, yeah, knowledge, man, anything, man. Easy's with it, man. So just set it up and then, and we can go more forward with that, bro. That's what we can say with that, man. But yeah, like I said, yeah, we can have those discussions over, like, you know, on the podcast or whatever you want to set up. But for now, it's gonna be African spirituality now, bro. Who's gonna be up on game with that? That's the thing.
Well, what we starting this convo now?
We can do. It's Sister Passion can put. No, but I want. Oh yeah, we can do. Sister Passion, I don't know if you want to speak about African spirituality, your concept about different religions. You know what I mean? Just in case you want to go, you can just put your input before. I'm gonna chop it up.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna keep like listening, but I've got to make another stop now and another call to make. So King, love, I'm here. But I'm here. I'll be watching, okay? And I will communicate with you. Do make a group or something, or I'll sort it out.
No worries.
Yeah, blessed love.
100. Blessings.
Yeah.
Bless, man.
I just wanted to show you like this book, innit? Still, I read it some time back, yeah. It's called The Africans Who Wrote the Bible by a man called Nana Banchi Darko. He's got a PhD as well. I know you like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you know that. When I see that, I was like, boy, man's got PhD, yeah? Man's got PhD.
Yeah, but it talks a lot about Christianity and a lot of the names and places, names in the Bibles, and, you know, like it having ties to the Akan, the Akan people, you know, of Ghana. It talks about a lot of different. There's a lot of very interesting chapters in there, man. You lot should get the book and take a look at it, man. I found it very interesting the first time I read it. I'm kind of going through it bit by bit, a little bit again, you know.
Yeah, 100. So what? That's what. So okay, yeah, but what would you consider your thing then? What's your thing, God? You know what I mean? Who are you? Like, what's your spiritual system? What do you believe? If you have any beliefs? What are you about when it comes to this thing?
So for me, obviously I believe in the Almighty, innit? I believe in God, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I don't like the terminology in terms of how we refer to, you know what I mean, our deity, you know. But I do believe that. That's why I say the Almighty, you know what I mean, the all-powerful, you know.
In what aspect of this Almighty would it be in a like? The Almighty, because it's kind of like
Well, I believe in God. That's what I'm saying. I believe that there's a God.
No, but what's your concept of God?
My concept of God, well, creator of everything, you know, creator of all.
Is it in a form of
concept.
Is it a form of a substance, or is it a form of a male figure? Because obviously every religion is gonna have when you mention that term, that title,
yeah,
they're gonna have a different vision of that title. So that's why I want you to break down that title and what does it mean? Is it a substance, is it an energy field, or is it an actual person that controls everything?
I believe that God can present themselves as whatever they want to. Yeah, if they want to come in the form of an animal, they have the power to do so. If they want to come in the form of a human being, they can do so. If they want to come in the form of, you know, wind, fire, you know, if they want to come in the form of, I don't know, a giant type being, then they can come in that. But let's just say I don't know, yeah, because they could move inconspicuous when they well, God could move inconspicuous. Doesn't have to reveal themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So for me, I believe that I'm not here by, you know, accidentally. You know, I'm here by purpose. But I need to find my purpose. So I'm on my journey seeking as much knowledge as I can about, you know, my bloodline, you know, and the knowledge of the earth, which unfortunately has not been given to us on a plate. But nothing good was ever worth just getting like that for free. So if you're interested in and you seek it, then you'll find, and then you'll make your mind up on how, and you choose and decide to live your life. For me, I think the basics on it for me is, you know, it's in the title, nature. You know, if for me, I'll be closer to the Almighty if I can appreciate the nature, you know. So that's my goal. I'm working towards that. You know what I'm saying? You know, to be in a better environment for me where I feel I'll thrive as a black man. You know?
What about you, Match Fit?
What's my concept of God?
Yeah, what do you believe in? What's your you know what I mean? Break down what you
It's a wrong rascal answer still.
I know it probably is so.
Fuck, you know. Alright, so God. Well, first you gotta look at the term God, and you know, everyone uses the term interchangeably, different religions, but essentially we can argue that there's two aspects that kind of relates to, yeah. One is that it's the source of all things, but generally two, right? It's the source, right? The beginning of it all. And then the other is that it's conscious. So it's some sort of being. So consciousness, it has a mind, right? So it's a source that has a mind. right? So my thing is, and I get my understanding from basically from studying all the way back to Kemetic and culture, but understanding that now it's all African spirituality is basically based on this logic. My understanding that reality is all one thing. The universe, science calls it, right? It's all one system. It's all one system. And just like the Kemetians put it in the simplest way, this reality has two aspects. There's the material and there's the immaterial. And it's still one thing, but there are these two aspects. It has the mind aspect and it has the matter aspect, the conscious aspect and the physical aspect. And to me, God refers to the mind aspect of this one system. That's my concept of God. So this universe as a system, like me as a system, I'm made up of multiple minerals and things, matter, but there's another aspect of me, which is my mind, right? And both of these things together create me as a human being, right? If I die physically, I'm still made out of the same stuff, but I'm no longer a physical being. I'm just a bunch of minerals. I'm no longer a being. So I lose that mind aspect, right? So again, just I'm the micro of the macro. If you take the universe, all reality as one system, it too has a mental mind conscious aspect, and that's what is referred to by God. And therefore, in that sense, everything is part of God, because everything is part of that system. Everything is encompassed. God encompasses everything. Literally, you cannot be outside of the system, because again, the system is the universe. It is all reality. And this reality has a conscious aspect, a mind aspect, which is what we call God, the conscious aspect of reality. That's God, as far as I'm concerned.
Can any of your gods speak through people?
What about you though, Eazi?
I mean, you just asked a question. If you listen to my answer, then you would see that I am saying me speaking is God speaking.
Okay, yeah. Well, then that's your answer. I'm asking you both, blood. It's both.
No, I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
If the answer's in my answer to my question.
Ask the question again.
I said, can God speak? Because you know what it is, yeah. It's I'm trying to like separate your understanding of what God is to the religious aspects. You get it? So because sometimes it might sound similar. Because even up to you, Max, I think you mentioned being as well. You know what I mean? Because you mentioned conscience and you mentioned something about a being or something, yeah. And then some people.
So when I'm saying that.
But this is the reason why I'm asking this question. So that's why. Let me go back to the question. So the question is, you can say you can expel, but what I'm saying is, like, yeah, so you can expel exactly what you just said. Can your God speak through people? That's the question. Nature man, you're first.
You asking. He's asking you, Nature.
Look, yeah, that question there for me is one of those things. The only way I can answer that is that in the history on the earth, it said that God can speak to people and send messages through them. Have I seen it? No. Do I believe it? I think it's possible, but I mean, it depends on the individual and how they interpret that message and where it came from. Whether it was a dream, whether it was actually them saying that some God spoke to them, you know. But I feel that we all have intuition. I feel that we all have logic, common sense as well. And we all have understanding. So I think sometimes, you know, if we have come from, if our origin is God, then surely, you know, we have this mind to use that God has given us, you know, without anything happening like in a type of like a spectacular type of way, you know, to say, oh yeah, God has spoken. I feel that we can, God can speak through us, speaking to ourselves. So for me, I would say that that's yes, but in that type of way, you know,
Go on,
thinking about it
go on, McFit.
more than anything, because that's how I can relate to it.
I've answered the question.
Yeah, but you can expound a little bit more if you want to.
Expanding what direction?
What about you, though?
I don't know whether it's been understood. So if what I said wasn't understood, ask a question. Other than that, I've explained it to my understanding.
Yeah,
so
you
do it easily.
now me, what? Okay, let me explain my position. My position is I don't think I have enough evidence to believe in a God. I don't have enough evidence. It hasn't revealed to me in any way, shape, or form. I'm Max. If you're making too much because it's hearing, Papa. Yeah. So that's my answer. I don't have enough evidence for me to believe in a super being, super force. I think everything contributes to everything. You know, I do understand Matchfit's point. So I kind of like will sway more on his point more than anything. But other than that, I don't believe that there's nothing actually controlling. I think it is. I do actually think things happen, and compounds and micronutrients and microelements, and you know what I mean, they actually cause chemical.
Do you believe in the Big Bang? Is that what you're saying? Or
I don't believe, that's the thing. I don't believe I understand the Big Bang, and I there's some facts in there, because that's how a lot of scientific theories are based on, where there's proof that they can prove certain things might be able to happen, potential of happening. So I understand that clearly. I wouldn't say I believe in the Big Bang Theory, but I can argue certain points that kind of might occur to it, the same way that I might agree on certain points of evolution. So evolution does make sense, and certain theories, scientific theory, there's many scientific theories. A lot of people might think, especially when it comes to how we come to existence, is this one scientific theory, this one medianized scientific theory, but there's probably about 100, or even, I won't say 100, this is just an exaggeration, but there's probably 100 different types of theories that comes with scientific evidence of how we come to existence. So I don't believe that we are special. I do believe things do occur everywhere on this universe and this existence. So I don't believe we can get any type of revelation or any other type of entity speaking through us or to us. I think any type of supreme power, I will say the universe, everything within the universe is supreme power. So if I believe in God, I must be God. I am the supreme power that's within everything. The earth is God. The air is God. Everything is part of nature, is a form of supreme power. You get it? So that's how I see life. You know, I don't think there's no specific people or person that's controlling everything. I think that's bogus. I think that's a way of controlling people, putting fearmonger, heaven and hell. I reckon that's all created to control the masses of men. I think that's all cap. You know, I understand the energy fields of positive and negative, so I know that bad can come, but with bad, the opposite, which is good, is always existing. So there ain't no bad over, like in Haru and Set story in ancient Kemet. You can't, the battle is ongoing. You can't defeat Set, Haru can't defeat Set, and Set can't defeat Haru, because there's positive and negative charges. But one can overpower and have more control. That comes with discipline and knowledge and etc., which will have more of a control of your lifestyle. So I don't know why Nature Man jumped off, but that's kind of my aspect, and that's my understanding of how I live my life and what life is. So I don't know if Matsfit can maybe expel on that if you want to speak on my concept of what God is and what not.
I mean, what I'll say, yeah, is like, it's like this, yeah. You don't really feel like there's a being, right? Some sort of mind that is like at the top of it all, yeah. But doesn't like the fact that you have an individual mind suggests that there might be another level where there's another level of mind. That makes sense.
Yeah. I can another level of mind, consciousness. Are you going back to consciousness in a way?
Yeah, because the being, you brought up the term I used earlier, being of some sort, because I was trying to define what God means.
Yeah.
Three qualities that everybody can agree. When they're talking about God, everyone's got this opinion, but basically everyone agrees it's two things. It's the first, it's the source. It's the source of everything. Some people call it the universe, they still say it's the source. And then the other thing is that God, this is where it's different from when you call it the universe. God is a source that is also has some sort of consciousness, some sort of mind. And that is why you consider it some sort of being. It doesn't mean it's a physical being, but when you give an attribute of mental capacity or a mind, that's when it becomes a being. Like this is just a pot with ginger, right? It doesn't have no mind. But if all of a sudden this thing had an opinion, I would consider it a being. Do you get it? So,
yeah, but would you consider a chemical reaction a being?
Again, does a chemical reaction have opinion? Does it have a mind?
No.
Right, exactly. So this is the distinction. This is what makes something a being. And this is why I said, once I die, if I die right now, 2.5 seconds later, mineral-wise, I'm exactly the same.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm no longer a being. I'm no longer a living
alive
being.
Yeah, you're not alive. Well, alive?
Alive is one term.
Okay.
I'm trying to pin down this term, being.
Okay.
The importance of this term means that there's a mental aspect attached to this thing. There's a mind aspect. There's a level of consciousness attached to this thing. That's what makes it a being. So
but
with the concept of, when we talk about the concept of God, we're not just saying that it's the universe or all things. We're saying it's all things that also has a mind. It's a being of some sort. This is where God is like the universe personified. Do you get it? Like
I kind of get your point. Yeah. I think if anything, you have more of a strong stance. Why did it saying that though? This is bugging, but I think you don't like nature, man, bro.
He's in it lit sometimes.
This is mad. Now they're saying I can't even add him. Let me try to send it to him. Let's see what happened. Yes, yeah. So yeah, it's a little bit mad, man. That's why I can never submit myself to anything. And I think this is where me and you go back and forth.
Why? What's why? You didn't explain why. What's why?
No, I'm saying in gen of not being 100%. I'm not 100%.
That's why though, but you didn't say what. What's that? What's why?
I'm talking about in general. Yeah. My life understanding in general, bruv. I'm not submitting to anything because I don't know. So I can't phantom the fact that I do know. I wouldn't choose to phantom the fact. Because the way I see it, once I consider the fact that I do know, it makes me lazy. It makes me not want to go no further. If I already know, there's no point of going no further. So for me, I wouldn't. You can always, science. It's about learning. It's always a new information coming, new information to debunk old information. And I rather stand on that stance because you never know what's gonna pop up in 10 years. You get it? So that's where I start.
And it's true. It's called the knowledge of ignorance, the wisdom of ignorance. It's a real thing. It's good to say you don't know because this keeps you open to learning that which you don't know.
Exactly.
Which is true.
Yeah.
But this thing I'm talking about, people have spoken about for thousands of years. This is the only. and this is what the philosophers and the scientists that study this concept of origins of reality and how reality functions, this is what they will all acknowledge. The only thing that you can truly know, because all science is the best working theory. We don't know anything. We don't actually know what electricity is. We don't actually know what energy is. We don't actually know a lot. We have the best working theory that allows us to do certain things, but we don't know a lot. The only thing you can actually know is that you're conscious. That is all. Everything else could be an illusion. This is what I mean by you don't actually know. Everything else could be a myth that your mind has created. You get it? Like, so I could be saying this pot is over there and the fire's on, but that could just be in my head.
Yep.
No actual way for me to, if you really study the way the mind and perception works, it could all be wrong. It's just a mirage created by my mind. The only thing that I can confirm is the existence of consciousness. So this is...
I don't want you to go into the topic of consciousness too much. When I say
consciousness, I'm talking about mind. It's interchangeable with the term.
No, facts. But I just don't want it to be, because remember, I want to go back to African spirituality. So I'm gonna ask you something that's not gonna be dealing with that. So that's my answer to why I'm not really in a God thing, because it hasn't provided me enough evidence for me to believe or thingy. That's the reason why I don't believe in no Jesus Christ, none of that nonsense. So the next question, I was trying to get Nature Man on there. My next question is, what's your concept of voodoo? That's the questions I want to get into. I'm trying to get Nature Man. Yo, what's your concept of voodoo or Voodoo? Nightmare.
Yeah, you see the thing about it though, yeah. You don't want to go onto the concept of consciousness, yeah. But this term is just another way of saying spirit.
Okay.
I've said this to you many times. It's just another way of saying spirit. So when we're talking about the concept of spirituality in African spirituality, in modern terms, we're talking about consciousness and how mind works. So I can't not talk about consciousness. I just use a different word. I could just use the word mind. They're interchangeable. They mean the same thing.
Okay.
They mean the same thing. So Voodoo is just another science. All of this, like Kemetian people, African spirituality in general, and Voodoo is the science of mind. It's the science of consciousness. It is a science.
So why does a lot of people fear it then? Why does a lot of African people fear Voodoo or?
It's been demonized through religion. That's easy. It's been demonized through religion. It's been demonized.
Do you think that we should as a group of people we should analyze it and not be afraid of it? Bro, don't break up on me, bro. Yo.
Yeah, it's got mad still.
Yeah, man, boy.
Say that again?
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is, because remember, this is African spirituality now. It's one of them ones where obviously we have a lot of debates against Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, you know what I mean? So it's time for us as people that, you know, I would say people like us to actually start explaining the concept of African spirituality in the best way that we can. And I think you've done a good job with
your understanding of it, because me and you even disagree on this. And then I heard Neo, I heard one of the man them, I want to talk about, but we need to get him in here eventually still. But I heard one of the man them saying the same thing the other day, yeah? But his version of it, again, might differ from yours and mine. So this is another reason why. So obviously it's
yeah, broken up, bro. You gone? Nah, can't hear nothing, blood. Yo, I can't hear you, bro.
One sec.
Yeah, there you go.
Boom, yeah. So obviously this thing's been demonized, yeah, by the Abrahamic faiths. But the other issue is we all seem to have a different interpretation of what we're talking about when we say African spirituality.
Okay.
So everyone just thinks that everyone's just making it up as they go along.
Okay.
So this is one of the reasons why, like, we don't really accept it as a people, innit? Because everyone's got their own idea of what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yep.
Everyone's got their own idea of what it is. There's how you think about it. There's how our next man thinks about it. There's how I think about it. And this is a problem. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So we do need to actually discuss it and come to a conclusion about what it is.
Well, I think one thing that we can all agree on, I think you can correct me if I'm wrong, that when it comes to African systems, it always refer back to nature. It's a form of understanding the forces of nature. You know, even if we go into Kemetic society, Vudan in Yoruba, Ifa tradition, the Orishas, it's a form of how nature can formulate a energy force, you know? So that's the main foundation of a lot of African spiritual system. Even in Uganda as well, under the Buganda system, we have like, they will probably be called something different, but it's like a form of Orishas or a form of nature rule in ancient Kemet. I think most of the African spiritual systems always got that foundational stance of reference and acknowledgement of nature. So that's a foundational start of what Vudan is. So do you agree with that or disagree?
Yeah, so where people get uncomfortable with all of it all is what's the magic aspect.
The magic, yeah. We can get into that. We get into that, but I just want to lay the foundation first though. So we understand.
Yeah, no, I hear you, but this is the thing. People have a different understanding of what the foundation is. Now I hear you, it's all linked to nature, but this is where the complication comes in with the magic aspect, because nature is not material. It's not just a material matter for Africans.
Fair enough.
African spiritual cultures.
Fair enough.
There's this aspect of the spirit behind the physical, the spirit of the tree, the spirit of the river. And this is where you got things like rain dances and fucking rituals to this god and that god. This is where people get scared and uncomfortable with African spirituality. Because even our understanding of nature, it isn't like a biological understanding of nature. We don't center nature and just say it's just biology. We don't have just that.
No, we don't just have just that.
Issues that.
We don't just have that.
This is the actual issue people have with it, because we have a lot of they call it esoteric beliefs, ideas, and concepts attached to our concept of nature.
Okay.
And this is what demonizes it in our own minds to a degree.
So
now we've come to link the esoteric with evil, innit?
No. But I don't want you to fast track, Matrick. That's why I want you to break it down slow, bro. Because remember, we're not talking this to me and you, blood. We're talking to the people that might not, they hear Vudan and get scared, bro. So what I want to say, we're going to talk about all the aspects that you would like to talk about. But I just want to meet at a common grounds and then we can expel, you know what I mean? Because I want to break down how the similarities as well of ancient Kemet and other African spiritual systems that has this understanding of using forces of nature as deifying. So this is where I want, like, you know what I mean, us to just like kind of make that as a starting point of breaking it down, because like you said, it's a materialistic aspect and it's a non-materialistic aspect, where ancient Kemet would use Ka and Ba, which is spirits and soul, you know. So it's definitely found in ancient Kemet. The Orishas also have different aspects of the Orishas, you know. So it goes in a little bit more, but I definitely want to lay that foundation so we can understand, we can still look at it in two different perspectives. So with the Orishas, you know, you got the Ogan and the different names that are kind of attributes of different forces of nature, even up to the, you know, Ogan is kind of like the the iron warrior, you know, that deals with the metal, the construction hands-on type of deification of a energy or a attribute, if you get where I'm coming from. And I think in one aspect as well, they use it as a scientific source of teaching tool, you know. So Wudan and the Necharu can be used as a teaching guide to convey a message to a group of people that are listening. So I don't know if you can expound on that. We can talk about that as well.
Yeah, so this is why I wasn't going off topic. I was trying to keep it all, but this is the importance of this discussion, because what are we talking about when we talk about Ogun, right? Are we talking about a person? Are we talking about a god? Like, are we talking about some spirit over there that does stuff with iron and war, and he comes up? In modern interpretation, what we're actually talking about is a certain kind of way of thinking. In terms of the human, this is what Ogun represents. When we say he's the god of war, truth, and justice, it's not that he's a guy that comes around and starts wars and tells people to tell the truth. He represents that aspect of mind that is in line with the divine principles. And when I say divine, I mean natural principles, nature's adequate view of how war should be applied, what truth is and what justice is. And this is a certain mindset. It's a certain perspective. It's a way that that nature exists from a certain point of view. You know, then you have Oshun, and that's like the goddess of love and fertility. And it's not an actual person. It's a certain mind. Now all these, because again, what I was saying earlier, all these African spiritual systems, including Kemet, they're all based on the idea that all things is part of this one system, and this system has two aspects, and all things within the system are also made up of these two aspects. There's the mind aspect and there's the matter aspect, the immaterial and the material. Everything has the both. So these deities are just terminologies to describe a certain way of mind moving. So when we talk about the deities, we're talking about spirits, which is another way of saying just in the mental realm. This is a mental aspect of reality. You're just isolating it. Just like in the physical realm, I might talk about iron, like a physical thing. I'm not talking about the spiritual aspect. I'm just talking about that. It's like yin and yang. There's the black side and the white side. Sometimes I'm only talking about the black, or sometimes I'm only talking about the white. But both of them make up the whole thing. But sometimes you're speaking about one specific aspect. All the deities, whether it's the Netta or whether it's the Orisha, doesn't matter what pantheon you're talking about, the deities represent the different aspects in the spirit realm or the mental realm, the different ways mind moves purely in the mental realm, and they all have their manifested effects in the physical realm. So, being as it may, I could argue that when I'm in like a righteous indignation, like a slave, like Kunta Kinte, trying to escape and kill Massa, like all them man there, the revolutionaries, them man are moving with the spirit of Ogun.
Mad.
You could say that they're possessed by Ogun. Right? This word describes what I'm saying. It's not to say they're actually possessed by some spirit, some next deity has gotten into them. No, it's to say they've taken that mindset on and they've changed their mind to follow this line of how to see things.
Mad. And
how to move in this moment now.
Mad.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I do get it. I agree.
And a human has the ability to decide which mindset he runs with.
Facts.
This is why we kind of link things to animals, because what we say, and Kemetians are the first people, we all have this animalistic logic. We say that each animal represents a specific mindset. The thing about animals that's different to humans, the animals are locked in. They're locked into their traits. They can't really a lion can't really act like a giraffe. He has no capacity to change his behaviors. He's always going to be a lion. You can make a lion a bit more of a coward than that lion, and a bit more aggressive than that lion, but they're both acting like lions. They're just on a spectrum of how a lion acts. Whereas a human, you can take on whatever traits your environment teaches you, or whichever. If you're better than that, you can be even supersede that, which is true enlightenment. And I can just decide what traits to take on. I can overpower my environment and just take on different and just invent traits. This is the power of a human, and this is what they mean by being enlightened. I can make myself this way, I can make myself that way. So this is why we made these deities, because we understand that there are all these different attributes that are available in the mind realm, in the spirit realm. And even these deities, and Kemet shows you this, and the Rishas, there's a way of the devilish side of these people, and there's the positive side of these people. That's just a smart way of saying I can use these same spirits, this same way of seeing shit, for negative and positive.
Mad. So
and that's just logic when you think about it.
Facts. So what did I bring for? Damn. So then that's because you kind of expound on taking in these attributes and using it as a way to utilize the expression. And I think that's very important, because now this is the basis of African spirituality. That's the reason why I wanted to get into the foundation before we start getting into the spiritual realm, because that's mix of both what you just explained there. We're using these attributes and you kind of materialize it into our day-to-day lifestyle, you know, so we can utilize a goon when we are pending war or having that type of mind frame, strategy mind frame. So I think demonizing that type of spiritual system kind of played a big role of how we are not fighting back when it comes to taking on other spiritual systems. Because now we're not taking on the spirits of Ogun now. We're taking on the spirits of Jesus Christ will come down from the clouds and save us. So now you're taking the attributes of actually doing for self, because you are part of the nature and the attribute of self, and then relying on an entity to come save you. So this is my issue with religion, bro, because it makes us lazy. A lot of people are still waiting for Jesus Christ to save, and we're still praying, and generations will die and generations will die, and we're not picking up the spirits of Ogun, because even up to the revolutionary victories that we as African people have been having and been winning, Hades is one of the well documented and very revolutionarized actions of our African people, where was it Bookman? One of them Bookman, I might be, he said, let's put down the image or the doctrine of the white man, and let's pick up our nature rules and use that to whoop the Europeans out of the country. And what happened? What did they do? They won that battle. They fought against the Spaniards and the French in it, and they whooped their ass using the entity and the attributes of the nature rules. But then again, the thing is, with colonization, do you really think that the Africans that's on the foot, do you really think that they are scared of African spirituality, or do you think that their mind frame has been weakened so much that they're afraid to actually fight? That's a question to you, bro. You get it?
When you say they, who's the they? Like,
I'm talking about us. I'm talking about us, bro. I'm talking about but when I mention they, I mean Africans on that line as well, cause they're kind of Africans
in Africa.
Yeah. Well, us. Well, yeah, African on that continent. When I mean they. Meaning,
Right?
guy, what do you thought that? How you took that?
Personally, like I just put us all in the same basket. Yeah.
Okay.
The truth is, I don't like saying it because it sounds like a victim mindset, but the truth is, we're defeated people.
Jeez.
We're defeated people, bruv, and yeah, we're defeated people, and we won't really stand wherever we are. We won't really stand wherever we are. Like, we could say that, the religions have kind of given us this idea that something's going to come along and fix us. But the only reason that sounds so entertaining to us is because we don't believe we can fix us.
Mad.
That's the only reason we like the idea so much, because we're pretty certain that we can't do it.
Mad.
Wherever we are, this is the truth. This is why the self-hate is so bad. This is why we want to be accepted by others so bad. This is why, we want to bleach, and we want to all the many levels of self-hate. This is why we're more comfortable slapping it on a man that looks like man,
Mad.
slapping it on them, even if they're like, you never hear man riding on like the KKK or the far right guys. Like, the only time man fight the far right guys is when the far right guys are stepping on man. So it's a fight back thing, it's a defensive thing. But when have you ever heard, bro? Imagine all the shit that man have been through as a people here, all the hate, all the murder, when have you ever heard of a group of black dons riding out to just catch some of these men? Ever? It's never happened, bro.
No. Not in the masses, not in like some type of gang thing. You know what I mean? You know how we ride on each other. Remember that? If you remember back in the day when Brixton and Peckham was beefing, and then I think Peckham man or Brixton man must have slid to their zones with about 20 or 25 man on pedal bikes and all of that.
Nothing like that.
You never see that. Never.
Nothing ever like it. The only time it happens is in the defensive thing, when man have been too much, you just getting onto man too much, and then one day say, fuck it, let's go with it. But that's being pushed to do it.
Mad.
After all the other stuff that's already happened, that's being forced to do it. You made me do this. I kind of have no choice. Like, you kicked me so many times. Like, I see, I'm just disturbed now. Now I'm gonna do it. Whereas when it comes to each other, fam, you just gotta look at me wrong. I'm ready to pull out my yank. Bro.
Yeah.
You just gotta look at me wrong, bro.
As sister said the riots, but with riots, it's we're kind of smashing our own. We're smashing.
No, but that's my point. Look at the riots. You had to wait until someone got slapped.
Yeah, but we haven't been. No, but even then though, we haven't smashed anyone in riots.
Yeah, I agree. But even if you say that we was on it, we still had to wait for somebody to get put down. We're not actively like I'm on it, because bro, we've got enough reasons. Come on, we don't need a new reason. But even though that's the case, we will still wait and hope that they just like us and stop treating us good. Please, just allow it. Just allow it, please. Just allow it. And then when something happens again to trigger, man, oh yeah, fuck it, let's do something. But really, the heart ain't there, because again, it sounds bad, and I hate saying it because it sounds like a victim mentality. But the truth is, we're a defeated people. We don't really.
Yeah, but what do you? Yeah, no, I heard that colonization happened. The war.
Under duress that we're fighting back. You're gonna make me fight you. I don't want to fight you. I just want you to leave me alone, and I just want you to allow me. And I just want you to be, I won't hurt you if you won't hurt me.
But don't you think we've been tricked, dude? I don't. You know what it is? Yeah, it's like we know, but physical, but bro, it's like what got defeated. It's not even our physical traits. It's our mental. And this is where religion plays the biggest part in our mental, bro. It's not that we're physically, because if we like look at or ask the average man them on the roads that's really active, you get it, yeah? Bro, we're not looking at the opposite side as any threat. You get it? We cannot see ourselves as the biggest threat. We cannot see us as the biggest component. Really, you know what I mean? I know, I'm trying to, and I know it, but the thing is, that's like, you know what I mean? So it's our mentality. And I do believe that religion has a major impact on that. Those religions, the religious believing system has been a detrimental on our psyche. And I don't think you can point any other fingers. You can't show me any other detrimental part of our psyche that had more effect than religion. So I don't know if you agree or not, but I want you to expound on that. Cause I want to, you know.
No, I 100% agree. Yeah, you see the thing about it. No matter how I feel about religion, if I'm trying to help us as a people, say my goal is to somehow fix our problems as a people, there's no way of getting around religion. Like you say, bro, you're consumed by that. But it's a yin and yang thing again, right? So in the outset, the defeat was physical. It was wholly physical. So power is what started in this path. They overpowered man, and it physically dominated man, and put man in a position where they could impose a different culture. Now we're using the term religion, but religion really, it is the religion, but really it's like a way to translate a culture or a cultural perspective. That's the power of religion. It allows to communicate and give a whole cultural perspective and ideas and reality to whoever follows the religion. So first they use physical power to dominate man, and then they use the laws of the spirit, and they can give us these religions that don't center us and give us a whole lot of faulty, you know, first you have to hate your own belief system, you have to hate your own people to even be part of this, and you have to deny any other way of thinking. Yeah. Then you have to say that this land outside of our own lands is the Holy Land. So naturally, that's where God's people are from, because it's not from my land, because the Holy Land's over there. So those people are closer to God than me. The brain works by association. If you accept that as true, then naturally you're going to see other people as closer to God than you. You don't have to say it directly. If you accept that as true, then those people that are from the place that God has chosen is more closer to God than me. So where I am is shit, basically. I have to go over there to get closer to God.
Mad.
And this leads to a whole mental fuckery. At this stage, it's both. The truth is, at this stage, it's both. It is mental. Religion is a big thing, and it's huge. You're 100% right. I agree with you. But our physical reality means that even when somebody is slightly awake or is fully awake and starts to think, yeah, all this religion has just made us dumb and confused, or all the ways they've taught man to think, oh, black people ain't inferior, oh, we're smarter than them, oh, we're actually stronger than them, oh, all of it is an illusion. Them man ain't smart, them man ain't got power. When you start thinking all these things, and many of us do, don't get it twisted, they're not all lost, yeah? But then you actually look at reality. So how are we going to get out of this situation? These man that we're complaining as the ops have been working tirelessly to consolidate power for the last 400 or 500 years. They never did stop. So while we was helping them build their power, they were just been building power ready for any kind of itch, any kind of pushback. So when you look at it as a big picture, it's like, raw, even if we were awake, how the fuck do you get out of this? It's a mad physical conundrum we're in too. Like in our own lands, neo-colonialism is a thing, fam. We don't run Africa, bro. Like, there's a couple countries just overrun, that just coup the card now, you get me? But Burkina Faso, my man done his thing Nigeria. These countries are fighting back, you know? But there's a whole bunch of pussy African countries that these guys just want to keep cool. They're not trying to get assassinated. They're just trying to make money and look after their kids. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, and fuck over the people as well.
Yeah, and they'll allow the fuckery to keep going on because they just want to live their little good life. And they, as far as they're concerned, Africa is a lost cause. Everyone there is poor. They don't really care. They just want to make money, come to Europe, go shopping. Do you understand? So all our African nations are in poverty. The leaders, you know, the majority of the leaders ain't going to do nothing. We're over here trying to make some money under, you know, institutional racism. Wherever we go, we're kind of fucked. Struggle, left, right, back, front, in front of us, around us. And then on top of that, we got the mental fuckery. So it's like we're screwed from a lot of angles. And my thing is, without a comprehensive discussion about how bad it is, I don't like it because it sounds like a victim mentality. But until we are and I mean a group discussion, not between me and you, Eazi, until a cultural acknowledgement of just how bad our predicament is truly had, and we truly understand, yo, we are fucked from left, right, up, down, Because these men are well aware. Everyone else is aware. We just pretend that we're not aware. We are aware. But we've created a culture of coping. We've got a coping culture. We created a whole bunch of cultural mechanisms to allow us to avoid our reality, in different ways, and create these little pockets of success in different little ways, individual success, and tell ourselves that we've come a long way because individuals are being very successful. But as a group, we haven't gotten anywhere. As a group, all we've managed to do is manage to make them treat us a little bit nicer. But in reality, we don't have anything more. This is why they're cool, because they're like, yeah, we'll be nice to you because you don't mind having nothing much.
Yeah. That's a mad thing, bro.
Mind letting us have all the power.
Yeah, man. But yeah, spiritual system is definitely needed, man. We need to bring it back. That's all part of our psyche. We need to really actually start studying and understanding what Voodoo and the Orishas and the nature root actually means, you know, and how we can utilize these energies and these attributes for our benefit. You know, it's been done by even up to those revolutionary bookmen in Haiti, even up to Nanny Maroon that used it, you know. She called upon deities to fight against the British, you know. So what we need to do is commercialize and utilize our thingy.
We need to demystify it. This is the
Yo, man, I'm just on camera still now. You got that?
Boss, I'm asking you for the wife. The wife is still making no have it. Now the problem is my like you help me for £20 for that.
I don't know change. I mean that.
No, that I have it. No, nothing.
You're gonna have to come back in about an hour. Can you come back in an hour?
Yeah?
I have to come back in an hour.
No,
Yeah. I'll see what I can do, yeah?
I'm outside now. There, I'm freezing.
Yeah, come back in an hour.
Can I find one station for 25? Yeah, but it's
No, 20.
You understand?
No, 20.
No.
I can give you 20.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, come back in about an hour though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Just come knocking on the door.
yeah?
Yeah, come knocking on the door. Hour, yeah? Yeah, no worries, I have something. Alright, cool. Yeah. Well, you know.
Bro, see, the thing is, we need to just demystify it. This is why, like, this conversation has to be happening with other people, and
Blessings.
we need to make the shit less magical, bro.
Yeah.
It's psychology, really.
Less magical. But then again, you know what though, bruv, people's got experiences of how demons are possessing people in Voodoo, Orishas, you know. But then again, people don't consider that shit happens in bloody churches, you know. So it's like, you know what I mean? Have you seen those churches where people are falling to the ground having fits and everything, you know? So there's a lot going on. It seems like we're kind of picking the African spirituality system as doing craziness. But then again, we need to now. I think this is part one. Yeah, I don't want to, cause my batteries are all about to die as well, and I don't want to get into another topic that we can't finish. But we're gonna have to speak upon how, especially witchcraft, that they, you know, or the utilizing of energy, what I would say, you know, people are more of a scare factor when it comes to Voodoo. People talk about the curses, you know, but you know, curses goes back all the way to, even up to the God curses people. This is what I don't understand. It's crazy, isn't it? And
that's just the Abrahamic God though, bro. That's not God, that's Abrahamic God.
Yeah, of course.
That's a particular kind of guy, bro.
No, but the thing is, they run to Christianity and Islam because of this aspect or these ideology of Voodoo. Could they have this mentality thinking that Voodoo priests curses people, perform witchcraft and everything, but then this is like another form of manipulating energy. I'm not trying to say that their subjective opinion is not facts, you know, because it could be true. I'm not here to debate that. But what I would say is, with those spookism, or I won't say spookism, no, I ain't disrespect, with those type of experiences, is also prevalent and all throughout the Bible. So if you're gonna leave Voodoo because of your subjective experiential bad experience from the priest, it's all through the Bible. So like, you're jumping from one aspect to another aspect, and to me it's going backwards, you know. So it's like you know, it's a little bit weird, but I think we need to discuss that a little bit, because that's the main factor why a lot of Africans are scared of Voodoo, is because of that spiritual manipulating energy. So I think we can, Maxfit, I want you to,
magic. This is what needs to be demystified. This is what I'm saying. That's the problem. People, this whole magic aspect, but what is being spoken about is basically psychology. That's really what it is all about. And then the depth of it, when you want to get deep into what magic really based is on the idea, like earlier, that everything is linked to one mind, essentially the mind of God, for lack of a better term. And therefore, if I'm part of this one mind, then that means I can use my mind and my spirit and my body to influence the mind of nature or God or the universe. And this is where the concept of magic comes from. So when you explain it and you kind of demystify in this way, it's not so demonic. But the problem is the way people see it is that all magic is demon magic. That's how the Abrahamic religions have spoken it. If it's magic, it's demonic. Even though in their own religions, like you say, good people supposedly do some magic, right? So it's all hypocritical. But fundamentally, the issue is the idea that magic is demonic. But when man really talk about it, see, Marlon just posted something. Marlon's who we need to get on this conversation as well, bro.
Who's Marlon, bro?
You know my man, Maroon brother. You know Marlon, Sage, Craze 24's boy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, bro. He knows the thing, bro. He just went to Ghana the other day. He's been initiated into one of the Ghanaian systems. Like he's a Comedian initiate. Like he knows the thing, bro. He knows the whole Comedian thing.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, shout him. We can talk about it on the next. Yeah, we can talk about it on the next one, because this is about to end, and yeah, we can, because that's a big subject. This is
proper educated on the thing.
Yeah, this is where we're gonna have to explain and break it down a lot, and it will always be with people that had that type of experience to come in. They're more than welcome to hear, and we can just break, because there's different aspects of how you can utilize Voodoo and the Orishas, you know, the spiritual aspects as well, you know. So it's the same way that you can utilize the Bible in the physical and the spiritual ways as well. So I'm not trying to say, but the thing is, my opinion is revolutionary mindset, revolutionary culture is to put down the Abrahamic religion, and then try to, or if not put down the I'm not trying to say put down, I wouldn't say that. Revolutionary culture, I would say we need to have an clear understanding of both aspects of our lives, and then we can make our right decision through it, you know. So I wouldn't just say that. My personal opinion would say that, but I wouldn't say that on this platform, you know. So I think on match fit, yeah, because we're gonna have to have a proper discussion about it. And everything is going low, and I want this to be a proper deep convo about the magic and the condemning of African spirituality. So you can end it still.
Yeah. So on that note, that is the thing. It needs to be demystified, bro. It needs to be explained in a way that, you know, what is it that Africans really believe? Because right now everybody thinks it's a demon thing, and everyone relates magic and to demonic stuff and evil and all these concepts. But these are alien concepts. This is a projection of other people's ideas of our culture. And now we've ingested other people's ideas of ourselves, and now we see ourselves through the eyes of other people. This is the problem. Right, jeez. So this is the problem. We need to demystify what it is we used to believe in. It doesn't mean, like you just said, it doesn't mean if I'm Christian that I have to now become an African spiritual guy, whatever, the Orisha guy, Kemet guy. But it does mean that if I'm a black and I'm a Christian, or I'm black and I'm a Muslim, I'm supposed to understand what it was my African ancestors was really into, and not believe the bullshit that these men were into, some demon thing. Because as long as you have that understanding, you're always going to be slightly an enemy of your own people.
Mad.
As much as you might think you love them, in your own mind, in your own subconscious, you've decided that you come from a set of evil, devil, demon worshippers. That this is a problematic thing to think. This is a problematic thing to think, and if we can't acknowledge that this is a problematic way to think, and we can't acknowledge this is an understanding we got from our enemy, we're not being honest.
Mad. I think you can't even close out no better way than what you done, bro. I think that's the best way. We end it there, man. Now, salute to you, Matchfit. Make sure you like and subscribe. YouTube, Eazi Herbs YouTube channel. Matchfit done the works, and like I said, we're gonna have a discussion. And you know, if shout my guy if he wants to join in. But it needs to have.
Definitely, we need to talk to him, man. Bro, let's just pound up the podcast and do these.
Yeah, I'm ready, bro.
In a very formal way.
Yeah.
I think that's the best thing, bro. We should do a whole series, bro.
Mad. Yeah, man. All right, man. Salute to you. Enjoy your day, and then if anything, the shout, man, bro.
Come on.
All right, bless.